Hi K2A friends! Today we are going to learn about the life cycle of a plant. The objectives for this lesson are the following. Understand that plants have a life cycle that includes sprouting, developing roots, stems, leaves, and flowers, reproducing, and eventually dying. Observe the changes that occur during plant growth and development. Understand that the life cycle of plants is different from the life cycle of animals. Identify the main parts of a seed and a plant. Name the needs of a plant to grow. Continue, monitor, and collect data from their seed experiment. Here are the essential questions for this lesson. What are the parts of a plant? What are the needs of a plant to grow? Most plants come from seeds. There are seeds that we can eat, and there are some seeds that we should never eat. Here are the list of seeds that you must eat daily. The first one is chia seeds. It contains omega-3 fats and it reduces the blood sugar levels while reducing appetite. The second one is the sesame seeds. It helps to reduce inflammation and it's also a good source of good fat. The third one is the sunflower seeds. It helps to reduce the risk of heart disease and it also contains a high level of omega-6. The fourth one is the pumpkin seeds. They are loaded with omega-6 fats and phosphorus and are hence good for the bones, the nerves, and heart. And the fifth one is the flax seeds. These seeds are known to be an excellent source of fiber and omega-3 fats, and it also reduces the risk of cancer. Now here are the list of seeds that you should never eat. The first one is the tomato seeds. Eating tomato seeds can cause kidney stones as they contain oxalate which help in the formation of the stones. The second one is the apple seeds. They are known to be poisonous. The reason is the presence of a compound called amygdalin. This plant compound is a part of the seed's chemical defenses. When the seeds are digested or chewed, this compound releases hydrogen cyanide, which is poisonous to our body. And the other fruit seeds are the plums, cherries, peaches, raw kidney beans, and lychee seeds. Human, animals, and plants goes through a life cycle. But what is a life cycle? Life cycle is the stages an organism or living thing goes through during its life. The stages form a cycle that repeats again and again. The life cycle of a plant starts from a seed. A seed has its three main parts. The seed coat that protects the seed, the food store that provides food for the seed, and the embryo, the baby plant or the first leaf. Seed germination is the process of emerging a new plant from seeds under favorable conditions. And here are the factors affecting seed germination. Water. The poor or additional supply of water affects the seed germination. Temperature. This affects the growth rate as well as the metabolism of the seed. Oxygen. Germinating seeds respire vigorously and release the energy required for their growth. Therefore, deficiency of oxygen affects the seed germination. Light or darkness. This can act as an environmental trigger. Many seeds refuse to germinate until sunlight falls on them.
Our topic for today is seed germination.
It's time to work. I know.
Aha!
I will get the seed.
The life of a plant begins from a tiny seed. The seed is protected by an outer covering called a seed coat. The seed contains a small baby plant called an embryo.
Let's sow the seed. Wait, I have some conditions.
Conditions required for the growth of a seed are moisture, warmth, nutrient-rich soil, sunlight, good quality seed. Once these conditions are satisfied, the seed begins to grow. The seed absorbs water from the soil. And provides moisture to the embryo. The plant cells inside the seed start duplicating. Enzymes get activated. Embryo starts getting nourishment. Eventually, the growing plant bursts open through the seed coat in search of sunlight. To start its own process of photosynthesis. Once the seed coat falls off, the root starts growing downwards to anchor the seed. And to search for more food and nutrients from the soil. Meanwhile, the shoot also starts growing upwards towards the light. Soon, we see a baby plant with tiny leaves. This process of the growth of a seed into a plant is called germination.
Aha! Aha!
Once a seed grows into an adult plant, this plant needs more water, light from the sun, nutrients from the soil, air, and space to grow. As the plant grows, it develops different parts. Here are the parts of a plant: flower, the seed-bearing part of a plant consisting of reproductive organs, stamens, and carpels that are typically surrounded by a brightly colored corolla, which is the petals, and a green calyx, which is the sepals. Root. It is the part of a plant which attaches it to the ground or to a support, typically underground, conveying water and nourishment to the rest of the plant via numerous branches and fibers. Stem. It is the main body or stalk of a plant or shrub, typically rising above the ground, and it delivers the nutrients from the roots to the rest of the parts of a plant. Fruits. It is the sweet and fleshy product of a tree or the plant that contains seed and can be eaten as food. Leaf. It is a flattened structure of a higher plant, typically green and blade-like, that is attached to a stem directly or via stalk. Leaves are the main organs of photosynthesis and transpiration. Here is the life cycle of a plant. The life cycle of a plant starts from a seed. Seed, it has a hard outer covering to protect it. When the seed started to germinate, this stage is called seedling. Seedling, it is the tiny new plant that comes out of the seed. This tiny plant will continue to grow into an adult plant and will start the reproduction. Some plants reproduce by dropping seeds that are carried away by different methods, such as weather, animals, or insects, and this is the start of the pollination. When the flowers fall on the plants and the plants make a fruit, the fruit holds the seeds, and the cycle of the plants begins from the fruits. In summary, the life cycle of a plant is different from human and animals. The life cycle of a plant begins from seed to seedling to adult plant and fruit. And the plant needs water, nutrients from the soil, air, sunlight, and space to grow and flourish. The vocabulary for this lesson are the following: seed germination, life cycle, photosynthesis. Seed germination is the process of a fertilized plant ovary or seed developing into a mature plant. Seed germination starts with imbibition when the seed takes in water from the soil. This triggers root growth to allow the seed to get more water. Life cycle. The stages an organism or living things go through during its life. The stages form a cycle that repeats again and again. Photosynthesis is a process by which green plants and some other organisms use sunlight to synthesize nutrients from carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis in plants generally involves the green pigment chlorophyll and generates oxygen as byproduct.